Hello again. In the last video, I've shown you how to use links, or rather create links to navigate, that the user can use to navigate in between pages using the A tag. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use inputs and buttons. An input is a box that is used to ask to used by the user to specify a value using the keyboard. A button is a rectangular figure which the user can press to generate particular actions. In this video, we are not going to generate the actions yet. We are going to do that in the next video, but we are going to show how to install them in a web page, or how to show them in a web page. We are going to use our say hello page in order to house an input and a button. First, let us use the input. Okay. To input a text value from the user, we are going to use the input tag. So we say input, okay, and then we will assign it a value. So we say with an ID, rather an ID. An ID, as much as possible, should be unique so that you will be able to derive the content of the input. If it's not unique, there will be two different contents. So we are using the IDF name. Now, if you are using C or C++, you usually have been introduced to the command scanf, where you specify a variable to store the result of the scanf. An input is like a scanf, and an ID is like the variable, where when the user types an input, the value of the input will be stored to the variable f name. You can more or less think about it like that at this moment. And then we will end the input. We will specify the type. In this case, we'll say the type of the input is text. There are many other types like buttons, numbers. No? In this case, we will, since an f name is of type text, we'll say type text, and we will end the input with a greater than sign. Now, input is one of the tags which does not need an end tag. The end tag itself is the greater than sign. Like BR and doc type, they don't need an end tag. So to run this right away, let us save and head over to our W3 spaces file and go to the say hello page. So now we have an input. Okay? This is where the user types, and the value of this input is called fname. The variable of this input is called fname. Now this looks so crude. We would like the user to know what is being asked of him. So therefore, we are going to assign this input with a label. We can do that by using the label tag. We head over to our source code in the W3 spaces, and we will go back to our input tag, and before it we will type a label tag. We do that by typing label, and we say for. For is an attribute which attaches the label to an input. So it should be followed by an input ID. The input ID that we'd like it to be connected is fname. So now they are connected together. And the label is usually printed before the input. Label for fname. So we say, what is your name? And then we end it with an end label tag. Okay. So in between the end label and the begin label is the label which we want printed before the input. Okay. To test this right away, we save and we go back to our say hello page and refresh. Okay, so now we have the label, what is your name? The next thing that I'd like to do is to put a button after this, no? Right beside the input. So we'll use a button. We'll use the button tag, open button, okay, end tag, and then we'll label the button followed by its label. Now we label it say hello. Okay, and then we of course end it with an end button tag. Okay, and then let's test this. Now there's a say hello button. In the next video, we are going to use JavaScript in order to generate the action that is gen that is create that is gen that is supposed to be run when the user presses say hello. Bye for now and see you then.